to American Graduate Day. I'm Christina Ha. Over the years, it's fallen to nonprofit after-school programs to provide the creative curriculum that helps keep so many students interested and engaged in school. We're now going to take a look at one organization that's helping make a difference for at-risk youth by literally putting them in the spotlight. Since 1981, the 52nd Street Project has been pairing at-risk youth in the gritty neighborhood of Hell's Kitchen with theater arts mentors, many of whom made their names on Broadway just a few blocks away. Joining me in the studio today is Gus Rogerson, Artistic Director of the 52nd Street Project, and actor Oliver Platt, a volunteer with the organization since the late 80s. Thank you both so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Gus, tell us about the 52nd Street Project and what it does.
The 52nd Street Project is a community-based arts organization in Hell's Kitchen in Manhattan. We've been there for 31 years. We work with kids from the neighborhood between the ages of 10 and 18. We bring them together with professional artists to create original art, and we're known primarily as a theater company and for our theater programming.
How does the project keep them in school?
The direction that we give when they perform, especially early on, that I say it over and over and over and over again, is loud and clear. And after several years in, I realized that really what we're saying when we say that is that we want to see you and we want to hear what you have to say. And again, for somebody who's learning, that is incredibly important to feel that it's worth it to succeed. It's worth it to try, which is a lot of what learning is about, is trying things.
Now, Oliver, you've been a long-time volunteer. How did you first get involved?
You know, the remarkable thing, I first did what Gus is referring to, the playmaking, where you perform a play written by a kid.
10 years old.
Yeah, 10 years old. And the biggest mistake you can make about, the worst assumption, the most inaccurate assumption you can make is you can think there's some sort of children's theater program. Mm-hmm. And in a way, of course, it is, in the best possible sense, but the stuff that they do, I mean, the writing is very, very unfiltered and profoundly creative. It's almost like they haven't learned how to write badly yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's wonderful to hear from you. I mean, you're no stranger to the theater world, working with great playwrights, and you sound so inspired.
It's incredibly fulfilling, and just in a selfish way, you know what I mean? People always talk about service as like it's such a chore. Service to me, or this kind of service, it makes you feel so good. It's so much fun. Sort of like, and when it's all over, you're like going, wait, who did I help? That was so much fun. You know what I mean?
So I understand you've moved recently to a new location, nice theater and everything. We've got a short video to take the viewers inside, give a little look as to what the 52nd Street Project really does.
My name is George Bobyak. I'm the production manager of the 52nd Street Project.
Hi, I'm Ruby Zamora, and I'm a member of the 52nd Street Project. When I grow up, I want to be on Broadway.
I had the opportunity to work very closely with Ruby because we did a one-on-one together. And that's where I wrote a play for Ruby and I to do together. And we did it right here on this stage. And then we added all the costumes and props and lights and stuff, and we had a pretty good time. Well, right now we're in the theater itself. This is the Five Angels Theater, and this is where we perform all our plays. This is where the audience sits, of course, and right here, we're on the stage.
Yeah.
And we can go up to the second floor of our complex. Watch your step and your head. Now we're up on the catwalk. And we're going to go onto the grid where we focus our lights.
I'm proud of this grid because when you need to put the lights in places for different plays, you don't need a ladder to get up here. You can just go on the grid. So the grid is really useful.
Yep. And right here is our shop. And a lot of our magic originates in here. This is where we make all the props that are used in our shows. And shall we do a demonstration?
Yes.
Here's a typical prop. Bring.
Hello?
Who is it?
It's the president.
Oh, okay. I don't want to think right now. And now we're going to take you into the study area. It's the home of our homework help and smart partner program.
when someone needs help with their homework, they just ask someone. Like there are a lot of staff members and interns that help people with their homework.
And there are also smart partners, and this is when a specific volunteer has a specific child that they're teamed up with for the school year. And sometimes those go on for years.
And here we are in the lobby of our theater.
And this is where you would go if you were to see one of our shows. And we encourage you to see one of our shows here because they're free.
Thanks for coming on our tour today with us.
Yes. Thank you.
Can you tell us more about the Smart Partners and the Homework Helpers?
My wife was a smart partner for, I think, 2 years and found it incredibly rewarding. And you know, this was, 4 or 5 years ago, and when we go back to the project, she, has a very real relationship with these kids that, clearly is maintained. And it's a remarkable thing. It's a truly remarkable thing. It's very difficult to talk about, but like anything unique, you sound sort of like, a bunch of cliches come spouting out. But the only thing I can recommend is that people go to the project and experience it.
And that's what you say too, Gus, right? Go see a show. That's how you get involved.
Absolutely. It's the best way to get to know us is by seeing the work that we do.
Gentlemen, thank you both so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Our goal today is not to raise funds, but to raise awareness, to mobilize viewers like you to give your time by volunteering at one of the many dedicated organizations already on the ground working to keep kids in school. So please call our American Graduate Hotline below to get more information on the project or any of the other organizations profiled today. You can also visit the 52nd Street Project website. Become an ally of American Graduate. Let's make it happen.